Hey guys, welcome back to Kenshi. So it's been several days. We're on 277 now since the last video. I've had a lot of game crashes and then I had to do a few restarts. So like right now we're in the Ashlands. So I just visited there and there. There's nothing. It's just total ruin. Nothing else. I didn't find stuff. But here's the problem. These two outposts are for skin bandits. They are skeletons that like to wear human skin, and they have a peeler machine which takes off your guy's skin, limbs. Eventually will kill them, but because they're skeletons, they just constantly just reboot. So I ended up building a base here so I can keep exploring, and did all these. And then down here, this is all the, like I said, the southern hive. um, yeah, so my guys would fight them, we'd beat them. And then while we were recuperating, one would get up, grab one of my guys, run off to the outpost before I'd even know he was, somebody was taking him, because it doesn't show anything until, um, you see bars, and they're already in the machine, you know, and they would just keep doing that. So I'd go there, I'd like wipe out the whole outpost. Eventually, one would reboot, grab a guy, and the other ones would just stand there, not do anything. So I'd have people just dying left and right. So I, kept like restarting, trying to get back through it, keep my guys going. Eventually, I just had to not go there, sort of say before then, because they'd end up whittling me down until half my guys were unconscious, and I could still keep killing them, but just one by one, they would eventually take a guy off and start on a peeler machine, and I have to get a guy who can't walk, so his legs are wounded, so he's walking slow to go all the way, up around to the machine, which is on the second floor, to free the person, free him, and then a skeleton would wake up and grab him, same guy, throw him back in. It happened several times. So I just went down here and found this outpost, same three buildings as up here. It's three in a row, like a triangle. And the same stuff. Peeler machine at the top, second floor of each building. First floor has skeleton repair benches, and then there's good items in there. You'll find some blues and some Mark ones, uh, you know, Caton threes, stuff like that. Um, yeah, it was just too much of a pain having to go there, get my guys, get the good ones to pick them up, make it all the way back to here, heal up, which I did several times, and then uh, came back out again. And I'd go there, wipe them all out, come all the way back, heal up, because there's acid rain all through here too, so you can't stay outside very long. So we're just constantly healing. So anyway, I got all these skeletons. Still can't get skeleton bandits for some reason now, even though we got the one in the beginning. Couldn't get any more. So these are all ones that I found or got hired up, whichever. Some of them have been trained. Some of them are just, you know, not that great. Um, but anyway, this is what I built here, and I was finally able to upgrade it. First was just this building, and skin bandits so just kept coming by, hurting me. I'd go back in there and heal, get up, come out here, take them all out again. Had lots of mercenaries running around until I finally built a wall around it, and they would just come here and beat this down. See, this pile of dudes. Oh well, they're still going. But and then I have guys that'll repair it, and sometimes things will glitch through. Either they'll get through and get hit. See, he's already getting hit, or skin bandits will glitch through and come inside. But we got enough turrets and stuff going on. Finally got some fuel here to keep these generators going, because you can't plant crops. There's no wind. It's all dead. And then I needed building materials because I couldn't get enough over here, enough time to do all this stuff. So I built this, and then also built there's an iron thing here, but we don't need it, so it's all full. And this is just stuff that I've been able to bring over, but I got to keep fuel coming if I want to keep these guys on the turrets. And I had to redo this wall several times to make sure I can get turrets up here as well as move around. Because at one time there were nothing but there's mercenaries that were trapped up here. They couldn't go anywhere. Just like here, you can't cross. But I was able to put up some, let's see, like this. This is way too tall. So I don't know if they can even use it. So yeah, I didn't even notice that. Let's see how the other ones are fine. Yeah, so that took some time to get that going. But this is what, I don't know if this is the end walls. The defensive wall 4. Defensive gate 4. I think so. But I've never researched this high and the stuff. Yeah, we got guys here on turrets, but see, they're not shooting. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, these guys are both on this same turret, which they're not supposed to be. And looks like we don't have another one up here, which we should. So, I don't know if I ever need to come back over here to do this. I mean, to fight anything. But we can at least have some, I guess. But yeah, this took some time to get this going. Then I built this other building, built the batteries. And then this base up here in the Cannibal Plains is still good. However, I shouldn't have built in water. Not really sure why I did originally. Should have built like over here or something, north of this wall. Come on, finish loading. Because we built our wall around it, upgraded the gates, but we can't build. It's the only place we can build stairs. But we need to come back with some more copper alloy plates and steel bars and finish that up. But they got enough guys that anybody attacks, they kill them. Yeah, and then Deadlands, we just got a new guy. There was a wandering, disgruntled skeleton, he said, and he's got a thrall with him that he didn't care to have, according to what he said. And this is almost, now that I think about it, it's almost the exact same thing as the southern base one, except this. I mean, it doesn't have the same stuff inside, but the shape is roughly the same. Yeah, we got some any turrets. Power right now, so we got to get some fuel over. But yeah, I had to build more space so that I could keep my guys inside, keep them from getting hit by when they were here by the acid rain. And then we went all the red ones, the ones we've been to. Yeah. So they're basically self-sufficient, especially this one, because it's got wind. generators. These two both need fuel. This one has to have it now because it can't do anything. You know, and of course the farm is still exactly the same. It needs to be upgraded, but you can't just upgrade everything. In this case, you're getting totally different walls, which means you got to dismantle all this stuff and rebuild it. So I did that here. But after, starting to do it and then game crashing, having to keep coming out here and doing it, I decided what I did is I just rebuilt the gate, moved it over, and then did the walls outside the other walls, which came, through here. Did that and then destroyed those walls and then built more. But I still need to check this, make sure nothing has gotten in so far, so I don't think that anything can happen there. But I didn't see that whenever I first built the walls. But you have to build, when it comes to these building these walls, while there's a gap here, is you have to have a long, you'll see it whenever you're building. Well, let's do it. Walls, defensive wall. Say here. You start here. Oh, there. Now you're building a wall. See, the longer you build it, the more likely it being covered by those turrets. Now this one to the right won't have any turrets, but you have space. You can run up there and have your guys shoot down on people if you wanted to, but I don't do that because they could glitch over and go on the other side of the wall. So that way is this way, like this, you can build turrets. So you got to make sure you try to do as much straight as you can, and then when you do it, try not to turn, because if you go like this, there in that corner, there's going to be a little bit of a wall, and so it may not let you walk past it. So keep them that short turns. To try to make around to making a circle if you need. And then of course the height of it and how it goes. Like if we put it here, it's gonna have that gap in the wall. Whether or not something can get through, you never know. Anyway, well, we just do that and get out of it. So yeah, did that. I researched all these. They don't require any people. This one now gets rid of the stone and goes straight to building materials, which is great after you're done with stone. But see, now to get stone, we'd have to actually build another stone mine. But we also don't need this anymore with this. We don't need a stone processor. But yeah, everything is basically the same here. We started making these dust witches because I got bread and, well, not right now, but like here, we're finally used up the cotton. Been going for a while. So like if we took this guy, we need to go here, take that, up in 25, 25 there, come up here, and then find the other chests. There's another one right there, but for some reason we can't just click on it. Anyway, we'll take cotton out of there. We'll just go here. There we go. Take that. We're not making anything more, really. but sometimes we are. Go with this, go up here, do that. Because see, red 50, 50, 50, so we're not going to make any, but we can still make some of those, I think. No, bread and cactus, yeah. And let's see, this is our cactus, except we don't have any there. We should have some. Well, maybe not. Maybe we already put it all. But we are still making cactus, I think. There's a cactus farm over here somewhere. Well, yeah, it is because, yeah, right there, because we have a cactus barrel. Yeah, I mean, we got pretty much everything. And also, like in here. All specialist or master. My grade stuff. Plenty of shirts. All our guys have all their gear, everything they need, even our newest guys. You know, which don't have hardly any stats. These were all I get the bandit, the ninja raids. And the only reason why I bother even looking at them is because they take your food, they run in here, they grab it, so you have to make sure you go back through and grab your guys, or look through the dead and take back your food. We're still not too good on making crossbows. But we found enough that we have enough guys with them. And that's good. And then, what are you doing? Oh yeah, I put a turret there. Because I was having such a hard time getting guys up here. I had to keep redoing this wall, keep rebuilding it. You see, like here, they'll barely get through. And finally I was able to put a ramp in to get them up. But like, here's a problem. So I had to build one there. So then I decided just to build a turret right here. Plus maybe it'll, to hit those ninjas when they run right past. Because your guys, as long as they're running through and they grab your food, your guys don't attack them until they do something to your guys. You just, let them go. And of course these menders. If we go in, no. Here, we see we got lots of these. Lots of weapons. I've pretty much got rid of most of, a lot of the Mark IIs. Still got a couple, but most of our stuff is Mark III or better. And then guys like this. Edge, Mark II, Mark II, Mark III, Mark III. So yeah, we can make up to Mark IIIs right now. And I don't know if there's any recipes anywhere. I haven't seen any that I still haven't, I can't do. So I believe I have them all. Although, I kept thinking about the Knight's helmet, which some of my guys have. And this guy. Yeah, Knight's helm. We can't make that. And yet I have not found recipe for it. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, so we now pretty much kill everything before they even get up here. I'll leave the door open just because why not? I mean, because if you close it, the guys that are inside, like the menders or any mercenaries, they'll start beating on it because they want to, run around and keep patrolling. So they'll damage it and destroy it. And then, of course, if you're trying to get your guys somewhere else in here, if its door's closed, they won't go. They just won't even come this way. So you have to try to make it, click on it near the area. So, yeah. And then the hub is still the same. These guys are still doing the same stuff there. And they have better turrets. Well, no, actually I don't. These turrets all suck. Oh, that's not so bad. But like mounted crossbow. Yeah. He just finished doing the research, so we have all these require AI cores, or it's like this armor runabout. You got to find the guy, and then you get a CPU in it. Then you can make or research it, and you can make the arms, and they'll be better than other arms. Well, maybe not. All these here will all have different stats, but they'll be better than the other arms that you can make. So we can still do scout limbs, these, but we need more AI cores. Then we got revolving barrel turret. Need 4 of them. And do edge types. Need 4 of those. And then that might be it. And we got to get back over here. At least, or maybe send some dudes, because they need to be emptied out so we can do something with these farms. But yeah, so we're over here in the Ashlands. I'm gonna go across here maybe, but I'm sure this sniper tower, which I just found, will be the same as this barrier tower. And I don't know if we can see it. No. See right there, that is Skinhouse headquarters, which is a part of those. I don't know why they're not red though. Maybe since this time around I didn't go back to them and fight. But it's basically a village. That's what it looks like. It's got several different buildings around. And all skin bandits. Now, I don't know what happens to this if you kill everything. Stay there long enough to keep killing them till they go away. The barrier tower is just like this tower, this sniper tower. And it's got a ton of skeletons up top. Yep, those right there. Yeah, 103% or 103 precision, 104 perception, 97 at crossbows, turrets of 88. Yeah, so over here, barrier tower, there's a wall. Goes all the way across here. So you have to go out to the water to come around to get to it, or you go in this way. I didn't know that. So I'd hit that from over here and then came around and found it. And water's acidic too. So your guys are steadily getting, plus these guys shoot and hit you all the time. So we get inside, go all the way up, kill them all, or defeat them, then stay around. I grabbed a few. That's where some of the other guys of Southern came from, were these guys. And then everything's fine. I'm up there, I'm healing up. Then these guys respawned over here at this tower in the middle of me, just sitting there. I had to fight them again. So eventually I just headed back this way and left. So there's this now. Yeah, we've been through this. Expedition 5. That one. Lost Armory. Haven't been to that ruin or that tower. I didn't go there, but I figured it's pretty much the exact same thing as this one down there. So yeah, I went through all these. That right there was that one building. I don't know if it was in the video or not, but I put down one building to try to be able to heal up in. I need to just get rid of it, but I was looting that. Spring, it's just it's where oh, what's his name? The anti-slavers. Dang it, he's in. Tin Fist, yeah, and the anti-slavers. They're up there at Spring, and you can join them, but you have to go out and kill a lot of slavers. You know, maybe turn in some bounties or whatever. I've never been able to, or never tried joining them. If you talk to them, they'll say, "Oh yeah, you gotta go kill some dudes or whatever, and then we'll be friends with you. We won't just allow anybody to join us." So yeah, damn it. Yeah, so I went through all these. They're all basically the same, and then they have um, hivers. Pretty tough. There's just a lot of them. I haven't been there. I don't know what that is yet. Yeah, but we still have all of this to explore. Whatever's over here. I'm not gonna bother with the Ashlands, because really it's just going out there and defeating Catlon and all that, which I'm pretty sure I can do, because there's only one of him, and I got all these guys. Just have to kill off his guards first. But there's nothing to the actual fights like that. There's no like strategy or anything. He guys has a sword. He's gonna keep hitting you as long as you have enough guys and they're tough enough to, you know, to at least bring them, whittle them down. All you got to do is make sure guys don't die, and you can carry them all back to, safety or whatever. Other than that, there's nothing. It's not like it's World of Warcraft or something where you have a strategy you have to go through and things you got to, certain times you have to heal and AOE's and whittle down certain mobs and stuff like that. No, it's just fighting. That's it. So this will be the last video I'll do. Um, on Kenshi, because I've already shown you everything you need to do. The rest of it's just tech, and then it's just building more stuff. But I could just stop with the tech right now, and if I don't find any more AI cores, that's exactly what will happen. Um, but there's nothing else to do. Wandering Assassin. I've never been able to talk to a Wandering Assassin. So then the question is, want to come up here and fight these guys, or should I? I'll probably just run past it, but we have to get through the water first. I went this way because I didn't want to go through that one there. Now I don't know if it's still acidic this far out. Yes, it is. Yeah. So if you notice, there's a glitch. See, it's a different color green. Never seen that before. But only on certain things, they're glitched. See? Yeah. And then what in the reloads, I try to get that, and then it just it stays there. And this guy's been unconscious. You would have thought that would have went back to, 1 or something. All these guys have been unconscious and lost things. See, like this skeleton arm. But it's a difference, like it's been cut off. So I don't know what the deal is there. Well, I don't think I'm going to swim through all that. That's a long way to go, especially being shot at. So we're going to have to probably go all the way around. There's mercenaries. We should go over there and get them, probably, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, but like you gotta watch out for these iron spiders. Sometimes they'll just be sitting there, but they'll be alive. See? That's not them moving. That's, see? That's what you're seeing through here. It's kind of like a haze, like when something's really hot. Let's see, you have these. Now we picked up a few, and we need to take them back somewhere. Figure out where we want to drop them. And sometimes these guys will straight up attack. If we sat there, they would, because we're just running past. A lot of times they'll eventually go back. So there's more of them. Yeah, then something like this happens, and then for some reason they decided to go into the freaking water. So now we're going to have to fight. But they're not tough. There's just a lot of them, and then they get back up. So we need to just get out of there. But I don't know what's going to be worse, sitting there in the snow, fighting for them, or getting over here where we'll get into the acid ring. Alright, let's just go this way. We'll go back. I can't get very far, it seems, from this base. What's that? Black gorilla. So we just walk right past them. I don't know if there's like an aggro radius from things. Yeah, see skin bandits and all those. Nothing there. Oh yeah, see, that's what I meant. That's 1, 2, and then there's probably, yep, third one right there. But we don't want to get too close to them. Like I said, beating them is the easy part. Now, then you got the roaming bands of them. I'm just going to go back here because we do need probably go ahead and heal up again, I guess, just in case. Yeah. But we got to make sure. Okay, he does not carry anybody. We'll get rid of any robots or skeletons we're carrying. providing we didn't drop any, which is possible. Sometimes you guys do that. Oh, let's just look. Yeah, see right there. We got 2. No, there's 3. Okay, that's as many as I picked up. Pretty sure. Okay, let's find somebody who's you. Can you? Yep. 2. One my squad. Screamer unit. That's what he looks like. What should we call him? Call him Fidget. Okay, set free. Now, watch this. Reason why I picked them, not that. Although I do need to look at that. Yeah, great stats. I mean, all the ones that really matter. As long as you're using them just for combat. You don't need anything else. I mean, dodge would be nice. Hire one of that. But otherwise, not that big a deal. But, high grade. Mark 3 already. Probably should make it a little easier to but because he's well, it may not happen to him. Let's do that. Click on that, see if that does something. We need to put is sometimes you guys start shooting them. Talk to, join my squad. This way, if you talk to them with the squad you want them in, it'll automatically get in the squad instead of you having to change it. What else? What could we name him? Let's name him. Netflix. Inventory. High grade. Oh, well, see, he doesn't. I didn't see that. I only looked at one guy, and he had good armor. I was like, well, they all should. Then, but I don't know. Okay, back to here. He had it. Yeah, see? They're shooting at him. I don't know if they're missing, and that's what it is, because that's usually what happens. Like, if you have guys who are fighting and other people shooting, your guys will get hit because your other dudes will be missing. But they only do that for a certain amount of time, then they'll stop. So I don't know if, like I said, if they're missing or if they just get used to, excuse me, your guy, finally being a part of the group. You know, kind of like how it tells you what there might be in a disguise, and maybe it thinks that they're still a bad guy. That could be the mod. I don't know. Net zero. Those that are old enough to remember that. Set free. Now let's look at him. Yeah, high grade. Mark 1. I don't think. No. I left these two arms in there because we got more. I don't know if they're as good as these, but I went ahead and just left them just because this is too far out. I don't want to come back just to give a guy an arm. So like that. I mean, it's not going up. Good to have. You know, it's like artillery. Well, it is artillery. You could be softening up the enemy before it ever even gets to you. So we need to move digit here. We'll put them in the hub real quick. Now let's go down. Digit. We'll put them Deadlands, and then move them over here. We'll probably take some of these guys out and move them like to the Deadlands or whatever, or the Cannibal side, just because we don't need any more here. However, like having some of these guys to repair. Now I'm pretty sure one of these guys, biofuel generator, corpse furnace. Yeah, there we go. And he's making copper alloy plates, which we need to take with us. So we need to take this, keep him making them. The problem is we're not mining copper. We only have 6 of it left. Well, on us. In here, well, we got 3. But see, he's got enough fuel to last a while. If we want it to come back, we can just send a guy here to fill it up. Fill up the storage unit. But it's copper. Like that's iron. Oh, there's copper. Well, shit. I don't want to build a wall all the way around there. I mean, I guess I could, but then I have to remove all of this stuff. Otherwise, you have to open a door and... Well... Man, I don't know. I mean, this section, just dismantle that. That's easy enough. Let's do that. confirm, and then we will remove some of this and connect that. That should get rid of this little gap. So for now, we will dismantle that. Because as soon as we dismantle a wall, they'll there it goes. Dismantle. Dismantle. Do that. Get as many as we can over here. So I don't want to send out people, humans. Oh, look, I'm already going. And then they'll just sit there. Inside. Yep, so here's some skin bandits. Moo, you're good. And there's our guys running back over. Artemis, you can come there. Nines. Polly, not that big a deal. Greta. Ah, shit. She had one. Let's see if we can capture him too again. This again, put in. Damn it. See, look at that. Now I tried, do hold, but see, like this guy, what is he doing? Well, he's unconscious now. But I'm just worried that they won't go after somebody if they're captured. There comes two more dudes coming back. And there they are back in. It's not like they won't go back to what they were doing. That's what... This game should have a lot more updates to it. Get back in there. inside. That's all you got to do. Just get inside. Like these guys. Why are they just... Well, they're in a recovery coma. Dismantle. See what I mean? If you just do the... They drop down. And all you need to do is pick up the supplies. We'll try that. And let's take all of these. Do that and see if he does anything. Okay, he's working on somebody. We do have the skeleton bed, so all we got to do get people in it. I built this because sometimes when I put the humans in there with the skeleton arm, they're being burned by the acid. This way, they're not. We do have that better crossbow in there, but it takes needles or toothpicks, and we don't have any of those. Go ahead and finish this wall right here, I guess. Yeah, that's the problem, is it's lower than that. And of course, you come over here. So he's being shot at by his own guys. Yeah, and you can't pick them up. Let's do that. See if we can't do this again. Yeah, right there. What about you? You have building materials? No. No, you don't. Okay, so what if we, yeah, start, well, I don't know if this is going to work. Okay. They just freaking move. Try that. See if it'll do it. Alright, we need guys with repair kits. Yeah, see? Now we got to worry about that kind of stuff. Go in there. Jared, you come in there. Maggie, you go right there. And you guys just stay in the freaking tower. That's all you got to do. Go ahead and come up here. Okay. That's. You go and you pair him. Netflix. How? You're an engineer. What are you engineering? Put them both on engineers. At least this way, if you do that, even if you don't build anything, you got a lot. That means if your gate's getting attacked, they'll come over and start repairing it. It takes a lot of engineers on a gate to repair it faster than a group of dudes are attacking it. Yeah, so basically you find a keep moving your guys around, hit prospect until all this is in the green. That's the best way, because this means that there's copper and iron somewhere close by. We have our iron and then copper. And then you want to have water, fertility, and stone. But of course, if it's lower numbers, just means you won't get as much stone. But like the stone mine, you can build a couple of them around, just nowhere close to each other. So in here, in this base right here, you can build probably 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. But just start off small. Don't try not to build anything smaller than this. The little shack is okay as far as like if you want to put something, like if you just need a place to put down some sleeping bags, your guys to heal up, or batteries or storage. That's what I use it for. Build a bunch of storage crates, chests, or put in batteries there. Otherwise, I don't bother with it. You're better off just waiting until you get this or buying a place. And then if there's no acid rain, I usually put my beds up here and then put crafting table stuff in here. And then just 4 turrets on each corner, because they can shoot pretty much anywhere, any direction. Do that, and then later start with walls. You don't even have to build a gate. Just build walls on directions you don't want anybody else coming from. That way you can funnel them in one direction. And depending on where you like for instance, if none of this was here and all I had was this, I would have the wall where I can run out to here and then run up here. But I would probably have centered it up between the two, so I didn't have to go very far. Then my walls around wouldn't have to, go way out here what I don't need. Now, if I was building, this was going to be an actual base to use where I was going to have other stuff, then yeah, I would have built this out a little more, like that, around here, and then just squared it up. There's more iron. And then, like from here, if it's all, try to get level as you can. That way you don't have any real problems. Go out a little bit, even just a short area, because you don't need crossbowmen right here. And then come out this way. That way you build basically a kill box, a long one here. That way you got turrets, say 2 on each side. That's really all you need. Have 4. Once your guys get good and you get good turrets, you'll kill everything before they get to your gate. And whatever does get to your gate, your guys still need to learn how to fight and get tough. So you leave them right there to fight. And then you could build an extra turret. The problem is there's no like walls or sandbags to put around, so they can just run right up to you. But I wouldn't build it like right here. I'd build it like here. That way it's shooting this far. And then put your guys right here to fight. So that way they'd have to get all the way over to him to get to him to kill him. And then preferably don't put stairs close by. If you put them further back and you have people up on turrets that don't need to, like skeletons where they can stay up there, or if you put like food, say your food area would be like right here, and then move all your stairs stuff back here. That way if they run in, first people they're going to find are going to be the guys on the turrets, because they're going to be the ones shooting at them. So they're going to run in, come through, come up the stairs and go right to them. So if you move this back, we have to go all this way. That means your guys have a better chance of getting to them, and especially if you still had guys up here on your buildings with a turret, on turrets. I usually eventually move these guys off of here and put them on this. But in this case, I don't, I'm not worried about something coming out around there. And if I decide to keep these guys here, maybe I will put them up there. I mean, I might as well, because there's no point in having them not doing something. But yeah, you just remember that start off kind of small, and then whenever you get to these walls, since you can't upgrade other walls to this, you can get the next lowest to this, but not like level 2 or whatever. They have to be rebuilt. And you just build outside instead of destroying the walls. If it's a bad place where you're worried about being attacked all the time, you don't have enough guys, build another wall around it, and then dismantle this wall, the inside wall, and put your guys there, on the outside wall. Other than that, just make sure you can whatever crops and foods you're going to use, make sure you can make it wherever you're at. Otherwise, you're going to have to, like I did with a farm, and you make another place somewhere else. Now, the farm would make a great main base if you just don't mind sitting here and always raining and stuff like that. It'd be better than here, because this is always raining, only it's acid rain versus the rain there. But just remember, you have to walk everywhere. So if you build a base way over here and you went and looted all this stuff, well, now you got to walk all this way to get over here. So try to stay central, if at all possible, and then do like what I did, which is just build a few little outposts with walls. That way you can be protected, and if your guys are hurt, you run inside, you rest up, you can get protection. You can put dudes on turrets if you need to, or if you have skeletons there. Just stockpile some food, and then in case you run low. So here we don't have any, but there's only skeletons here. And as soon as, if I was here, I was going to keep playing, I'd go in here and clear all this area. Then I would leave all this behind. Now come up here to town, regroup, grab some food, explore some stuff, and otherwise go up here, hit these, and I'll work my way back. So yeah, you just see, I think we're guerrillas. That's what they are. Okay, fighting the caravan. I still can't trade with them because we're still in the negative, even though I paid money several times. I had to go into town, find a trade caravan, and talk to one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If I'm not going to keep playing, but what I would do is get this so I can build more copper sheets, and then send all my guys, or with the copper sheets, send them up to the Deadlands so they can finish up building turrets and all that. And then after that, send them back to, if I have anything, to go to the hub. Otherwise, send them back to Sanctuary, and then go to the farm, grab stuff, go back, and eventually go up to the cannibals base and finish up the turrets there. But that's pretty much done. I mean, there's nothing over here. We've been everywhere. Like, that ruin is nothing. You can't even get inside it. We could go there and kill those dudes, but there's no real point. Then there's, of course, the Bugmaster and all that in here. But there's really nothing there either. Those are nothing. Can't get in those. I don't remember this one, but obviously there's nothing to it because we went through all these. Yeah, see, nothing there. I would like to hit Tengu's vault. Or, hit Narco's trap, and then Tengu's vault, which is up here somewhere. Yeah, but I'd like to hit Narco's trap just to see what's in it. But then the whole nation would definitely hate me. So we've been there, there's nothing. Been there. Been to, we hadn't actually been to Obedience. I don't think we hit this ruin, but we did this one and went to Mongrel. We go up there and kill a bunch of berserkers, but that's it. We've never been there. We've been all through this. Had outposts. Those are cannibal villages and stuff. Been through all that. All there. Been through that one. It's just been emptied out. Been there. There's nothing up in here. Haven't been to Bass, but these are all just ruined towns. So nothing really. I mean, maybe these ruins here might have something. There might be something here. I don't know. I don't know if the Great Desert here has anything. Then I like to hit these two, but really, there's a ruin there, outpost, ruin, police barracks. Yeah, okay. So on this was full of a bunch of skeletons. All he ran around is saying police and then attacking you, and they, excuse me, sorry, they kept calling in iron spiders. But the barracks were kind of ruined. There's maybe a couple of beds you can use. Excuse me. And that's it. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot there. Same thing with this Iron HQ. I don't remember what that is. It's a faction, but I don't remember. Yeah. I don't remember what it was. There was something else. Something else. Yeah, another police barracks there. Oh yeah, these. Yeah, another police barracks. This horrible ruin, dead fishing villages. It's got those fishmen and a ton of iron spiders all around them. So you got to be careful of that. See, same thing with the fish aisle. But yeah, that's kind of it. You know, if fighting the bosses and stuff like that was, more of a challenge than just bringing dudes with that have good stats and have been fighting a while and got great gear, then I'd show more of it. But there, like I said, there's no strategy to it. You just run inside there and beat the dude as with many guys you can until he goes down, and then grab all the stuff and him if you want to turn him in. Otherwise, try to get out of there before any of the mobs or the boss get back up. I don't know what that unknown tower is, but yeah, that's it. So just make sure if you do get skeletons, you get a skeleton bed quickly so you guys can repair. Keep dudes on turrets. And then try to build up your storage so that your guys will actually use it. And so they're not sitting there not doing anything. And then like turret guards really don't really have to have repair kits on them. I usually do every now and then, and sometimes I'll put a turret guy to do medic, just because you never know if he's the last. When your place gets attacked and he might be the last one alive, somebody's got to repair everybody. But I don't like having everybody doing it, because if one person or two people get hurt, they all run off to go help, and now you got nobody on turrets. So usually, and I try to keep medical kits and repair kits, skeleton repair kits on everybody if possible. That way, even if they're not set to be medics, you can make them medic or robotics, but at least they would carry them for the dudes that you do have. Because you definitely want more than one guy taking care of your health. But you don't need everybody doing it, because low skill means it takes longer to do than it would be if it had a higher skill. He can get through a lot quicker. It's just like repairing, building this stuff. Bunch of, I'll send 5-10 dudes that have no skill to do something, just because it's better than sending one who's got an okay skill, but one with a great skill definitely be better. Yeah. And then if you have the mods that I do for training, stuff like that, to definitely get those and get them up and running quickly. You know, because these guys, these are my workers. Like this guy, all he does is basically helps engineering, and he builds my armor. Engineering 76, armor smith 83, but right now he's working on crossbows. I mean, look at all the stats. Outside of not been using crossbows, which was why his precision is so low. I mean, yes, his attack stuff is bad. I mean, his weapon skills are bad. Attack isn't very good, but everything else is he's getting there. He's just been busy doing other stuff, and of course, there's a dude that's passed out because they were on turret duty and didn't bother going to eat. He's a turret guard, but yet he's not. His hunger is going up. You know, not down. Oh, see, he just ate. See, this was not getting food at all. This one training. Let's take Saint. Well, no, we don't want him. He doesn't have backpack. To Griffin. How about you? Going over here. I don't know why I'm doing this. I just said this is going to be the last episode, so I'm not going to play any more of this particular one. There's no point, really. Not for me and what I'm doing. You know, because I'm not trying to defeat a whole faction or... Which reminds me, the Paladins haven't been over here doing anything. They haven't attacked me. They haven't come over here to, you know, talk to me. Nothing. Yeah, other than tech, which I don't need, and I don't need money really anymore. Only things I would be doing if I kept playing would be to, like, maybe I would, or I would send as many guys as I can, or get my patrol dudes. And deliberate, once they healed up, go straight over to the skin bandits and just wipe them out as much quickly as I can, and then put down my camp beds, sleeping bags, and all that, so they could heal up, and just try to eliminate the skin bandits there, and then build up the other bases, get them going. So the only things they need is, especially Deadlands and Southern, would be fuel. They have to have fuel going to them. There's no other way for them to do fuel. But that's it. I mean, I don't need any cloth. Say if we go here, there's cloth 50. Well, that one's empty, but there's that's 10, 13. Yeah. We got more fuel being made. But yeah, other than resupplying bases and then swapping out gear again to all the new people, you know, if anything, like I said, I would probably, well, I'd come down here, hit New Kralia. I'm not sure if that's going to be strictly Shek or if it'll be like followers of Crawl, which I think are at war with me. But I'd hit the Berserker Village, check out Last Stand. I don't remember anything about it. And then maybe come in here to see if there's any labs or anything. Because I still need AI. I would still need AI cores. Yeah. I don't think it'd be the same stuff over and over again. As run around through here looking for ruins, do my tech. Once I got all the tech, there'd be no point of exploring, and then I would just decide if there was something, a faction I wanted to destroy or whatever. Other than that, that's it. I mean, there's nothing else to do. And these guys, their weapon skills suck because they don't have to fight very much, but their other skills are usually pretty good. I mean, he's maxed out there, almost. One more level, that's all he can do. That. Same thing with dodge, it's maxed. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by. It's definitely appreciated. Hope you enjoyed watching this and maybe learn something. Feel free to comment and talk if you know anything more. I'll try to help you out. I'm definitely not all that good at the game, but I do know a few stuff, and I do what I can to help you. Otherwise, I guess we'll wait and we'll see what the next series is going to be. Next thing I try to teach you something on. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.